Just a short 3 to 5 minute speech, going to be talking about a con argument to why automation is a bad thing. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So in today's day and age, technology is rapidly increasing. There's a lot of technological advancements. Phones that can do anything we want them to do in our lives, cars that can drive themselves, and now planes that can fly themselves without a pilot. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today, is why automation in the flight deck of a plane is a bad thing. We're going to cover why it's bad because it increases maintenance costs and time. It's difficult to override errors, causes a rapid decrease in pilot skill, and finally, it doesn't have the tacit knowledge that pilots come with. So first, with the increase in maintenance time and cost, when you apply automation to the flight deck, whether that be autopilot or just more intricate instrument systems, it can increase the cost of a plane depending on the size, anywhere from thousands of dollars to millions of dollars. In an interview done April of 2023 with an A&P named Mr. Salgado, he talked about how more technology means more troubleshooting, which also costs more. This is especially large with airlines because they'll go into the shop and they have all sorts of different kinds of systems that control the flight controls, the GPS equipment, the radios. And so the automation causes a rapid increase in the time and the cost to work on those planes. It also, due to that time increase, causes a slower turnaround when planes go down for maintenance, which means the airlines lose a lot more money if those planes don't come back up as fast. Next up is overriding errors. It can be really difficult to override computer errors. Sometimes it can be from a lack of training that we saw in the 737 MAX accidents with the MCAS system with a runaway trim failure. And other times a computer can spit out an error and distract the pilots, causing them to not focus on flying their plane. In a safety article written in November of 2021, Stuart Kipp in the AIN Online wrote that these reliable systems present pilots with an unexpected, obscure, or highly complex scenario that, if mismanaged, can quickly deteriorate and jeopardize the safety of the flight. The article continues to talk about how there's been many accidents where automation has led to loss of controls in the plane and controlled flight into terrain, leading to fatal accidents. The next point is the rapid decrease in pilot skill. There's some instances where autopilot and automation is actually required for the pilots to use in the airlines. This is typically going to be when weather is below a certain point in minimums with lots of clouds and the pilots can't see. And so they're required to use the autopilot rather than hand fly. With this autopilot and automation, pilots have started to use that a lot more so than hand flying because it reduces their task saturation, which causes a lot of complacency. So in an interview also done in April of 2023 with the 787 first officer at American Airlines, John Kinney said they typically will hand fly during takeoffs and landings unless the weather is below company minimums. Other than that, they're pretty much relying on the autopilot to fly all the time. So he did agree that it rapidly decreases your skill. They also only train for 4 days out of the year, so they don't get too much hands-on flying anymore. Finally, the last point is the tacit knowledge. Pilots come with a lot of skill and tacit knowledge from the many years of training that computers don't have. An example of this was the Miracle on the Hudson crash landing. Sully Sullenberger discussed in the court hearing that he skipped steps on the QRH, which is the Quick Reaction Handbook, allowing him to troubleshoot and take corrective action faster than what a computer would do if it programmed and went step by step down the checklist. So, in conclusion, the argument against automation increasing in the flight deck is because there's an increase in maintenance time and cost. It's more difficult to override errors. There's a rapid decrease in pilot skill, and computers don't have the tacit knowledge that pilots have. Thank you.